Tonight on NewsWatch Ole Miss, an elderly woman now lying in a hospital bed after being attacked by not one, but 2 dogs.
Plus, a call for stronger gun safety laws has 3 Tennessee state lawmakers facing expulsion from their elected seats.
When it rains, it pours here in Oxford, but luckily we've got some sunshine coming our way. Keep watching for your 5-day forecast. NewsWatch Ole Miss starts.
Good evening, and thank you for joining us on NewsWatch Ole Miss. I'm Alexia Anderchek.
And I'm Hannah Baker. Happening in Manatee, about an hour northeast of us here in Oxford, a woman is behind bars after her 2 dogs attacked an elderly woman.
She now faces felony charges. Police arrested this woman, Sherry Newman. She was originally charged with simply breaking the city's dog ordinance, a misdemeanor.
Police then upgraded those charges to aggravated assault. The attack happened Monday when a woman named Helen Funderburk was getting her mail.
Luckily, nearby neighbors heard her screams. She is now recovering in a hospital in Memphis. U.S. Senator Cindy Hyde-Smith plans to block Scott Collum's nomination for federal judgeship. President Joe Biden nominated Scott Collum to the Northern District of Mississippi. After visiting with the district attorney, Hyde-Smith has many concerns regarding his record. Collum's opposition to legislation of protecting female athletes, as well as the support from George Soros on the campaign, weighs heavily against Collum's nomination in her view. She also believes money from Soros tilted the outcome of the district attorney race Collum won in 2015. A winning lottery ticket was purchased at Sprint Mart 27th in Corinth. The lucky player won $1 million on Monday night's drawing. The winning numbers were 16, 33, 1, 54, 68, with a Powerball of 1 and a power play of 2.
The widening of Highway 7 South is one step closer to becoming a reality. On Saturday, Mississippi legislators approved a bill that gives the Mississippi Department of Transportation $15 million to start this construction. Oxford Mayor Robin Tannehill announced the funding Tuesday during the Board of Aldermen meeting. The funds will help kick off the project and get it ready to be bid out next year. The entire project is expected to cost about $150 million. $15 million will go towards relocated utilities, design work, and other studies. And $5 million will go to construction of a new Oxford Police Department. Ole Miss Giving Day ended yesterday, and much like last year, it was a great success. We spoke to Professor R.J. Morgan and Brett Barefoot, Director of Central Development, about the importance of Giving Day and how it helps programs across the university.
Yesterday wrapped up Giving Day here at the Ole Miss campus. Over $6 million were raised, and all of the funding will go to special programming here at the school.
Giving Day at the University of Mississippi was April 4th and 5th. Giving Day is sort of a campus-wide collaborative fundraising opportunity. Different departments raise money to compete with each other to see how many new donors they can engage. And so for the School of Journalism and New Media, we had really successful turnout and donors that are going to help us fund some fashion promotion scholarships, some MSPA scholarships, and several other things.
Fashion merchandising is among one of the programs that receive the most amount of donations for their up-and-coming program.
Another neat thing about Giving Day is that marquee gifts always show up. These are sometimes gifts that we're not expected, and they're substantial gifts. So far, we've had 2 7-figure gifts made, one to the School of Journalism and the other to the School of Business.
Farley Hall is certainly lucky for all of the donors that donated money during this past Giving Day. Here on campus with NewsWatch Ole Miss, I'm Erica Fontana.
The Oxford-Lafayette County Chamber of Commerce is accepting nominations for the 2023 Citizen of the Year Award for the Oxford and Lafayette University community. This tradition has been going strong since 1972, honoring people who have made lasting impacts on the community through volunteer service. If you know someone who is the perfect candidate to be the 50th Annual Citizen of the Year, stop by the Chamber office for a nomination form. Easter is this Sunday, and Oxford is ready to celebrate. Take a look at your screen. That is what the city has going on. There's plenty of fun for the whole family to enjoy. There's a number of church services to go to, and kids, get your baskets ready. There's even an Easter egg hunt. We hope everyone has a peaceful Sunday with friends and family.
Although Good Friday is not a federal holiday in the U.S. or a state holiday in Mississippi, state legislators are allowing local government offices to take off. Oxford City and Lafayette County officials are taking the offer of taking off on Good Friday and will work Confederate Memorial Day instead. Garbage collection will resume on Friday in both the city and county, but Friday's rubbish collection in Oxford will be on Thursday. U.S. post offices and the Oxford-Lafayette County Public Library will be open. And if you're planning on going to the square this weekend, parking will be free on Friday. Coming up, we have the latest on former President Trump's indictment and what adult film star Stormy Daniels said when she spoke out this morning.
Plus, protesters line up outside of the Tennessee state capitol today, rejecting the expulsion of 3 Democratic representatives regarding gun control following the Covenant school shooting. These stories and more up ahead on NewsWatch Ole Miss.
Does it ever seem like some people are actually trying to destroy the planet? And the rest of us are like, hey, we need this planet. Some people may be slow to learn, but they'll eventually get the message.
Oh man, I can't believe I'm missing this. Okay, Grandma. I see you.
Don't get stuck at home with the flu. A flu shot is the best way to prevent the flu and its potentially serious complications. It keeps you, your community, and loved ones protected. Don't get flu FOMO. Learn more at getmyflushot.org.
When you have a hole in your neck, don't face the shower head.
Suction out your dough before you eat.
Crouch. Don't bend over. You don't want to lose the food in your stomach. Don't use spray paint.
Be very careful shaving.
You can quit. For free help, call 1-800-QUIT-NOW.
Legacy isn't just about where you're from, it's about where you're going. So where are you going?
I'm going to be the first in my family to graduate.
I'm going to make a difference.
Just like my granddad.
I'm going to make the bestseller list.
And I'm going to help him get there.
I'm going to win a championship.
Again! I'm going to lock the vault! Hotty toddy!
I'm going to take the next step. I'm going to bring them to their feet.
I'm going to Ole Miss.
Ole Miss. Build your legacy.
Good evening and welcome back to NewsWatch Ole Miss. In a world-exclusive interview on Piers Morgan Uncensored today, Stormy Daniels, who is at the center of a hush money payment scheme involving former President Donald Trump, speaks out. Daniels, who was recently ordered to pay Trump's attorneys just over $120,000 in legal fees, says she doesn't think the former president should serve jail time if he's convicted in her case. But Daniels went on to say that she feels Trump should absolutely face jail time if he's found guilty of the other things that he has done. The ex-adult film star says she would absolutely testify in Donald Trump's criminal case if it goes to trial.
A call for stronger gun safety laws has 3 Tennessee state lawmakers facing expulsion from their elected seats. This comes after they participated in a gun reform demonstration on the House floor last week. State Democrats and supporters call it political retribution. The GOP majority says it's following House rules. Laura Aguirre has the latest on this developing story.
Hundreds of protesters at the Tennessee State House showing support for 3 Democratic lawmakers facing expulsion by their GOP counterparts for this. Representatives Gloria Johnson, Justin Jones, and Justin Pearson joined gun reform demonstrators at the State House last week. A call to action sparked by the murders of 6 people at Nashville's Covenant Elementary School last month. Republicans accused the 3 Democrats of violating House decorum and procedure rules.
I, for one, would like to see whatever video, so before I vote on any motion for expulsion, that I can see video of exactly what occurred on this House floor.
But if you're showing a video where we were in the thrust and the heat of what was happening that day, you're going to go right back to how you felt that day. Now, that does not give these men and women a chance.
Debate rolled on after lawmakers watched the video from the House floor demonstration that day.
I walked up to the well because you were pushing my people. We brought a megaphone because you cut our people off. You cut their representatives off from the microphone. Time after time after time.
Among the crowd, strong support for the Tennessee 3.
Stand up for our representatives that care enough to put their jobs on the line to do the right thing.
We're failing our children. Guns in schools, guns everywhere.
The American Civil Liberties Union of Tennessee calls the potential expulsion an extreme measure, one that would strip voters of representation by the people they elected. I'm Laura Aguirre reporting.
At least 417 anti-LGBTQ bills have been introduced in state legislatures across the U.S. this year. According to the American Civil Liberties Union, that's a new record. It's already more than twice the number of such bills introduced last year. Education and healthcare-related bills in particular are flooding in at unprecedented levels. That includes a renewed push to ban access to gender-affirming healthcare for transgender youth. There's also been a heavy focus on regulating curriculum in public schools, including discussions around gender identity and sexuality. 24 of the more than 400 bills introduced this year have been signed into law in 11 states so far. And China is warning the U.S. not to provoke it over Taiwan after the island's president met with House Speaker Kevin McCarthy. Amy Kiley reports it's also shoring up relations with other countries.
A day after the Taiwanese president met with U.S. lawmakers, China is flexing its own diplomatic muscles. It's hosting the French president and the head of the European Commission, while the former Taiwanese president tours the country. China also is warning the U.S. that supporting Taiwanese independence would be a, quote, red line.
It is not our intention to escalate.
House Speaker Kevin McCarthy and Taiwanese President Tsai Ing-wen say independence wasn't the reason for their meeting.
I reiterated Taiwan's commitment to defending the peaceful status quo, where the people of Taiwan may continue to thrive in a free and open society.
Bipartisan members of Congress share that take on the self-governing island.
We take our support for the people of Taiwan seriously and are determined to speak with one voice.
As for the Biden administration, it's downplaying the visit. The U.S. acknowledges China's position that Taiwan is part of its country, but doesn't recognize Chinese sovereignty over the island.
Transits by high-level Taiwanese authorities are nothing new. They're private, they're unofficial. In fact, every Taiwan president has transited the United States.
I'm Amy Kiley reporting.
Just 1/3 of Americans say President Joe Biden deserves to be reelected. That's according to a new CNN poll conducted by SSRS. A majority of Democrats say they would like to see someone else as their party nominee for the president next year. Meanwhile, Biden's approving rating was 42% overall, with 57% disapproving. That's pretty stagnant from his ratings in January. Biden's handling of major issues like immigration, the economy, and gun policy have also remained unchanged, though they all fall below his overall approving rating. The only issue where he significantly outperforms his overall standing is on environmental policy. Even there, 46% approve and 52% disapprove. This poll was done throughout the month of March and before the indictment of former President Donald Trump. Florida law enforcement is investigating 3 crime scenes where 3 teen victims were found fatally shot. The Marion County Sheriff's office believes the trio were in this car before they were murdered. It belongs to one of the victims, 16-year-old Layla Silvernail. She was found on the side of the road last Thursday. Authorities say she died in the hospital from her injuries. On Friday morning, a second victim was found fatally shot on the side of a road. The third victim was found Saturday inside the car. It had been partially submerged in a lake some 10 miles from where Silvernail was found. It's unclear if these three teens were shot at the same time or by the same gun. Authorities say the killings could be part of gang activity. They aren't aware of any additional victims and no arrests have been made yet, but the Marion County Sheriff said one could be imminent. NewsWatch Ole Miss will be right back. Stay with us.
You think getting dumped by text is harsh? Try getting dumped by a tennis ball. My ex-owner drove me out to the woods, yelled fetch, and by the time I brought the ball back, he was gone. Yeah, I was pissed. But the folks at the shelter helped me let go of my anger. I learned coping skills, like taking it to the hole. Boom! Now I'm ready to fetch again. But how about I throw and you run and get it?
I don't know why you're so sad. You've got a roof over your head.
You gotta stop with that depression stuff. That's what white people think. You all right?
It just feels like it's coming from everywhere.
Do you want to talk about it?
You can talk to me if you're feeling sad.
Whenever you need to talk, I'm here, okay?
Two flashes.
What's up, champ? Feel like you get taller every time I see you. Congratulations, Brandon.
Thank you.
Well, these April showers have been extra busy so far this month, Alexia.
You're right about that. It feels like it has rained almost every single day since April has started, and it doesn't look like it's ready to stop either.
Let's check in with NewsWatch weather anchor Hannah Wong on when we will get to see that sunshine again. Hannah?
They're exactly right. We have had some showers in April lately, and that was no surprise today. But what was a surprise for a lot of people, I could see walking to class with shorts on, is that it was going to be 51 degrees right now here in Oxford. And it has been cloudy all day with occasional showers. And we can see the same thing in our area, South Haven and Holly Springs getting down into the 40s even, with a high of 49 today. But Oxford, Corinth, and Tupelo staying in the 50s, which is still significantly warmer than we've seen lately. And tonight we also will dip down into the 40s with a low of 47 and likely rain throughout the evening. So if you're planning on being out tonight, make sure that you wear a jacket and some pants because it will be a little chilly and rainy. Tomorrow it will warm up to a high of 59, but again, it will still be cloudy with occasional showers. So if you're planning on staying in Oxford tomorrow, make sure that you have a rain jacket or an umbrella with you. And we can see the same thing. Most of us still staying in the 50s with South Haven, Holly Springs, and Corinth, but Oxford and Tupelo will both get up to 60 as our high. And it is Easter weekend, and while a lot of students are headed home, many are staying here in town for the long weekend. So what you can expect Friday and Saturday, there will be some early morning showers, and it will be cloudy throughout the day. But just like I promised, Sunday we will get just a little bit of sunshine, and the rain will finally be stopped. And looking at our 5-day forecast, like I said, throughout the weekend, Friday and Saturday, we will stay a little chilly with some showers, but heading into next week, one of our last weeks of spring here in Oxford, we will have some warmer temperatures with highs of 71, 72, 74, and sunny.
This is just crazy. Again, another week of rain. I'm just ready for it to be warm.
I promised I'd have good news with some sunshine next week.
I know. I hope that this weather doesn't transfer over to Georgia because considering the biggest golf event.
The Masters.
Yes.
So coming up, the baseball team has a big showdown with Arkansas this weekend, and the 2023 Masters tournament got underway this morning. Stay tuned to hear defending champion Scottie Scheffler's thoughts on what it means to win the green jacket. All that and more next up in sports.
Creating a legacy takes time, takes dedication, spirit, and a greater vision. That vision starts here at the University of Mississippi. What will you be remembered by? Your character, your contributions, your friendship. Your legacy will define who we are now and who we are becoming for our state, our students, and our future. Ole Miss, build your legacy.
Bring it. Time out, guys. I'm late to dinner. My mom's gonna kill me. Catch you guys later.
Mom wants us home. Okay. Bye, guys.
You guys need a ride?
Sure. Yeah. All right. How about some one-on-one? I gotta go eat, man. Sorry. I'll see you later.
Can I tell you a cat joke? Just kidding. Why did the girl ask the mushroom to dance? Because he was a fun guy. What do you call a pig that knows karate? Pork chop. So how does a tissue dance? Put a little boogie on it.
And welcome back to Sports Watch. I'm Haley Hood. Kicking things off in sports, the Rebels host number 5 Arkansas this weekend and look to bounce back in league action. The series starts tonight at 6:30 at Swayze Field and will continue through Saturday. It is crucial that the Rebs perform on the mound tonight because Arkansas has surrendered a .268 batting average to its opponents, which is the 3rd highest in the SEC. The Rebels are favored for this series, but fans are still a bit concerned considering their current SEC record is 1-8. It is time for the fans to be able to go Swayze crazy, so let's go Rebels. And on the bright side of baseball, USA Baseball announced the 2023 Golden Spikes Award mid-season watch list Wednesday afternoon, and our very own Jacob Gonzalez became the very first Rebel to make the list since the 2014 season. The junior has started all 28 games at shortstop this season and is batting a .346 batting average with 27 RBIs and 27 runs scored. He leads the team in doubles and walks and is tied in the team for on-base percentage. Congratulations, Jacob Gonzalez. Your Rebels are so very proud of you. The Ole Miss men's tennis team is set to close out its home schedule this weekend in Oxford, hosting a pair of matches against Alabama and Texas A&M. Ole Miss is ranked 29th, Alabama at 56th, and Texas A&M at 21st. These games will be taking place on Friday and Easter Sunday. If you are not able to attend this weekend, you can stream it online. Considering this is the end of their season, try your best to cheer on your Rebels. And a huge congratulations to the tennis team. You have been so exciting to watch this season. Well,
It's that time of year again. Golf fans have Georgia all over their minds today. The 2023 Masters Tournament got underway this morning with the first groupings teeing off around 10 a.m. Earlier this week, 2022 Masters champion Scottie Scheffler shared his thoughts on how special it was to him.
I think one of the most special memories was we came here after the Players, and we came straight here Monday morning after the Players and came here. I was with my dad and my coach, and we got to celebrate a little bit and wear the green jacket around property here. And that was probably one of the times where it felt the most real, which was really special for all three of us to be able to do that together.
The Masters Tournament runs through this afternoon and concludes on Sunday. Follow the Masters on Twitter for updates throughout the tournament. And that's all I've got for sports. Be sure to tune in to Rebel Watch on Fridays at 5 for coverage on Ole Miss sports and beyond. Back to y'all.
Thanks, Haley. Up ahead, a furry friend who needs a home.
Stay with us to learn more about a dog who would love to be your newest roommate.
Before we celebrate the freedom most Americans have, we must fight for the freedom all Americans deserve. Because all lives can't matter until Black lives matter.
We're all just trying to keep things running for those who rely on us.
Ready?
That's why we don't have time to be sick with the flu. And especially this year, no one has time to get sick. Get a flu shot for yourself and those around you too.
This year, my mom got me the perfect bag for back to school.
These colorful binders help me stay organized.
These headphones are just what I need for studying.
These new sneakers are just what I need for the new year.
This jacket is a real must-have.
My parents got me the skateboard I wanted. It's pretty cool.
These scissors really come in handy in art class. These colored pencils, too.
These new socks, they can be a real lifesaver.
I finally got my own phone to stay in touch with my mom.
We are Ole Miss Rebels. As Mississippi's flagship university, we dig deeper, see farther, work harder. We pioneered human organ transplants. We helped prove Einstein's theory of gravitational waves. We are distinguished as a Carnegie R1 top 2.5% research institution. We are Ole Miss, transforming lives and the world.
Every week here on NewsWatch Ole Miss, we highlight a pet of the week.
And this week we have a dog named Dolce who is looking for a forever home. NewsWatch reporter Annabelle Kinney has more on how you can adopt this adorable little guy.
This week's NewsWatch Pet of the Week is Dolce. Dolce is a black pit beagle mix with white spots on his underbody and face. He is 3 years old and weighs around 70 pounds. He came to the Oxford Animal Resource Center on March 3rd, 2023 after being abandoned by his owner. Resource Center worker Reed Jenkins says he loves Dolce for his down-to-earth nature.
He's one of my favorite. He's a great dog. He's lovable with people, lovable with animals. He gets along with just about everybody.
Here at the Oxford Animal Resource Center, there's many pets here just like Dolce that are looking to be adopted. So if you have room in your home for a furry friend, you can come on down to the Oxford Animal Resource Center. For NewsWatch Ole Miss, I'm Annabelle Kinney.
That's all we have for tonight. For NewsWatch Ole Miss, I'm Hannah Baker.
And I'm Alexia Anderchak.
With Sports Watch, I'm Haley Hood. And with Storm Watch, I'm Hannah Wong.
Be sure to keep up with us on social media, and we'll see you again Monday at 5.
Thank you and have a great night.